Are you addicted to weed and feel like it's just something you can't overcome? I've been there before, you know, just getting my money, put it in some paper, put it in a leaf, burn it, and watch the money go into thin air. Definitely been there before. That is the only thing I'm burning. But what I will say is, after this video, you'll have 3 hacks to help you stop weed forever. Watch this video, you don't want to miss it. Now, just a short summary of how I got here. I started smoking weed when I was in high school, somewhere around 17. And you know, at first, I was one of the guys who said, nah, I'm good guys, you guys have your fun. And then eventually, I got really close with one of my friends, and that was the way that I entered the whole weed lifestyle. And I wanna say since the age of 17 to being in my early 30s now, I could tell you that was one of the biggest setbacks for me, just based on like different things like finances and achievements. You know, obviously that I did really good for myself. I'm lucky to say that I actually was able to become a 6-figure earner, but within that, I could have been there probably 5 to 10 years earlier. So definitely was a setback either way, no matter how I ended up. But one thing I will say is, man, it was a fun ride, but at the end of the day, I would rather have saved the money and saved the time. So the 3 things, the 3 secrets, the 3 hacks to how I stopped smoking weed, I actually categorized them with all A's. So the first A to how I stopped smoking weed, I like to call it accumulation. Accumulation in what? Money accumulation and time accumulation. I want to say I was spending somewhere around maybe $800 a month on weed, and it's 12 months in a year. So if you look at that, 12 and 8, that's 96, that's 9,600. So roughly around $10,000 a year I was spending on weed, man. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, right? Damn, $10,000 a year. Now let's sit and think about all the different things you could have did with $10,000 last year, right? That's what I had to do to myself. That's what it took mentally for me to get to the point to say, nah, man, this ain't cool. I'm wasting all my money. Maybe not all of it, but a whole lot of it. Because no matter how much you're making, 10 grand is something to somebody. It definitely is something to you if you're watching this video. Or anyone, even millionaires, we see $10,000 like it's something, it's worth something. So if you're spending that a year on just something that you crumble up in a piece of paper and roll and burn and watch go into thin air, maybe you get a couple laughs out of it. You get some munchies. That's all you're really gaining from it. So I had to look and do the math, and I'm a math guy, I've always been. And once I looked at that, I said, nah, my bank account deserves more. My bank account deserves better than this, you know? And that's one of the things that helped me stop. I wanted to accumulate money. Also time, you know, I feel like the amount of money I was spending on the weed, the paper, the traveling to go get it, right? If you really break it down, the gas money to drive to the guy or drive to the weed shop, all these things cost, and we're not really adding those costs in our head because we're worried about getting high, right? The next thing was the time I was spending, the time that you spend to go get the weed, the time that you spend to roll it up, to smoke it, to sit back and feel the effects, to sit and hang out on the couch, right? Sleeping on the couch after a really good meal. We've all been there before, and I feel like that was a real waste of time as well as money. So you could have accumulated all that money and all that time and could most likely be a lot better version of yourself at this point if that wasn't something hindering you. So definitely accumulation was the first A. Once I paid attention to that, I realized this is a hack to get me out of smoking weed, to just focus on accumulating money and using my time better. The second one, the second A out of the 3 A's, the hacks to stop you from smoking weed, I would say would be find an activity, right? Activities such as working out, doing art, starting a business, just about anything, man. You could get up, like most people get up and they roll up, and then they do the wake and bake, right? You could have been waking up, hitting 20, 30, 40, maybe 50 push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, those kind of things to take your mind off of that habit that you've had, right? And I'm telling you, it's really effective. And then you're gonna see different things in your body that upgrade you. And that's what this video is about. It's not only about smoking weed or not smoking weed, but it's also about upgrading yourself and using that same time and money to evolve into a better version of you. So that's a really big deal for me. So find an activity. And I would say the third one, what was the third one that I had? You had accumulation, you had activity, then you had association. So the third secret, the third hack to stop smoking weed in the A category would be association. What do I mean by that, Jay? Well, what I mean by that is what I did was I started to look around. I started to walk outside or if I'm driving, just to kind of pay attention to the people that are smoking weed. And I had to think to myself, realistically, like honestly, be real with yourself. Are 90% of the people you see smoking weed, are those the kind of people that you look up to? Are those the kind of people you want to be? Do they have the look that you want? Do they have that next level vibration that you're looking for if you want to be better in life? Most likely not. Obviously, we're going to exclude the celebrities that do it and the people that make it look good on TV for advertising, marketing purposes, but to be very honest, man, I don't see a lot of those people out here when I'm outside, man. I see the other side of it. I see the people that, don't look too well kept. Look like they might have missed the shower this morning, breath stinking, this, that, and the third. They walking around with McDonald's or, low vibrational foods. That's what I see. Maybe you guys don't see that, but that's what I see. And when I started associating myself with that group of people, I said, nah, this ain't for me. If I'm going to level up, if I'm going to get to that next level in life and that next level in success, next level in business, next level in getting money, I got to disassociate myself with that. So that was the third hack to stop smoking weed, association. So write these down, leave these in the comments. Please tell me which ones you guys think is the most effective out of association, activity, and the first one that I told you guys, which was accumulation. I'm curious to see what you guys are more resonated with, but definitely these were the three hacks, the three secrets that stopped me from smoking weed. And now I have one really crazy story that I gotta tell you guys, but I'm gonna have to tell you in the next video. I'll see you there.